Hey guys, so you're either watching this, if you've been on a gay cruise, think about going on a gay cruise, or need to have a discussion with your wife about something. Anyways, guys, seriously, so years ago, I was one of those people who was like, what? Never. Or, nope. You hear these stories, you're like, that's not me, that's crazy. I would never do that. Why would I want to do that? But I came across an opportunity that I had a little time on my hands. I'm like, you know what? The itinerary was actually pretty cool. And I was like, wow, should I be on a ship with that many people? What is this going on? So I tried to do some research, and actually there was only a few things out there on YouTube actually about gay cruises, and there were some things online, some articles, but there wasn't an in-depth description and conversation about it. I'm like, so I don't think I want to do it. So I did it about a year ago or so. Actually, God, it's going to be 2 years in October coming up. It was out of San Diego. And one thing I'd say, first of all, if you're a proprietor or owner of the company who sponsors these cruises, you gotta do some of these prices. I mean, one thing I don't understand is that gay establishments and businesses, they charge double what they charge everybody else. And I understand that gay folks have maybe more disposable income, but that's no reason to gouge people. It just isn't, because it's just that money could go towards so many different things. And I know we'll talk about entertainment and what it goes towards, but the prices are double what regular cruises are. So keep that in mind. So as I looked at the prices, I've gone probably about on 10 or 11 cruises, and I was looking at the prices on the cruise itself for the gay cruise, and I was like, oh my God, these prices are like double. It's just crazy. Like, what do you get it? What are you paying for? So anywho, if you go as a solo person, so this demographics of people who go on the cruises, from my opinion. So everything I'm sharing is from my perspective, my opinion, what I've seen. And I've traveled quite a bit, so I'm bringing that along with it, and have done cruises and travel abroad, so I'm bringing all that perspective into this. So if you're going and you're alone, what they'll do a roommate share. I'm pairing with you. So that was done with me. And I found out, I think maybe 3 or 4 days before the cruise, they send you an email with your roommate's name. Or, when you register on the ship's website, at that point, they will show who's in the cabin. So you can kind of keep checking daily, and about a week before the cruise goes, you go on the ship website and you put your boarding information, and they'll show you who's in the room. So I was able to, Google the person and do a little background check myself, and I checked him out on YouTube. It's probably gonna be looking at this video because he's one of my friends now on social media. But so actually, I'm gonna put you on lock too. I'm gonna throw you down because I sent the person an email on a messenger, and I said, hey, I'm gonna be sharing a camera with you. I'm just kind of want to get a vibe, and this is what my daily routine is. And they basically responded in like 2 words, like, see you there. I'm like, oh, hell to the no, Bobby, hell to the no. So that's how it started off for me. I'm like, man, I said, man, I hope this is not gonna be a nightmare. Surprisingly, I got on the ship, and he got there, I think 10, 15 minutes right after I got in the room, and I was, putting my stuff away. I'm real clean and OCD and organized, and I was putting my stuff away and getting my space, where I wanted stuff to be. He came in, he was totally chill. I had like 5 bags, where am I going? Europe? It was a national cruise here in San Diego in the Caribbean. And he came, I think, with just a backpack. He's like, dude, I'm here to party. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm here to party. So he was real cool, and he introduced himself to me. And he was in a professional field. And his friend was messaging him and said, hey, his friend was coming on board. He's like, hey, do you want to come meet my friend? So I thought that was really nice. I'm like, this is a complete stranger. We're going to be spending the next, 7 days together. And, he's already invited me along to feel like I was part of something. So that was really, really nice. So I went to go meet his friend. And then they hung out, and we went back and changed. And remember, it was the first night, so I didn't really have any dinner plans. It was kind of like you just eat when you want and all that good stuff. And he actually invited me to go to one of the social gatherings for single people with his friends. And I met some amazing people. And they're actually going to be watching this video too. There's 2 guys I met. One's overseas now in New Zealand. The other one lives somewhere with his new boyfriend. And they were so nice and so welcoming. And I'm so glad I went to that welcoming event, because if I didn't, I would not have met these people. So, the cruise, it's what you make it. If you want to be a whore, you're gonna be a whore. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just keeping it real. I was a church mouse. I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal. I'm not. But I really wanted this cruise to find out what it was about, and I found out at the end it's what you made it. You made it. I literally woke up every day, stayed fit, drank champagne at the pool, and chilled, and did nothing else. And I tell you what, and I met another gentleman from Arizona. Him and I were able to communicate before the cruise, and so I saw him a few times. But what was nice is that everybody knew that he's gonna be at the pool chilling with that champagne. So they were coming like, hey, come on, let's go grab some lunch. Join for dinner. I think it would be 1 or 2 excursions. So it was really cool because everybody knew that, okay, that's the cat who's just here to chill. And I know as much money as he paid to be in this cruise, he's just chilling, but that's his thing. So we're not gonna judge him because obviously he's not judging us. So, all right, so what does the price goes towards, and is it worth it? Now, if you ever been to a circuit party, guys, or a huge party, Ibiza, any circuit party from Puerto Vallarta to Palm Springs or whatever, it's like that on steroids. I mean, I will give it to the event coordinators and producers. They put on an event. They put on a show, guys. The sound system alone, we were leaving Puerto Vallarta on one of the ports, and I tell you what, so they had like 4 other ships there, and it was just sunset. And I know that everybody else in every other ship was envious, and they wanted to be on our ship because when I tell you that when we were leaving port and all these laser lights were just shining on the dock and the music was just pumping, the sound system they have on the ship, remember, it's an open area. So imagine a sound system in a stadium, but on a ship, and you have all this space to deal with. And normally where the pools are, there's usually a back pool and a back deck where people sunbathe. So they're utilizing all this space for a club atmosphere. And so it was really, really impressive. So, child, come prepared. These kids. So when and I had like 1.5 bag, I bought all with me. That was nothing. These people coming on board with 5, 6, 7 bags, they're ready to go. So every night you have a theme night, and on the website of whoever's putting this on, whatever companies, there's different companies that the 30s cruises on. They'll give information on this night's gonna be military night and white party night and 70s night and whatever it is. So everybody knows what night's gonna be. Child, these people come prepared. They are dressed to the nines. They don't care. It's like a competition. So they come prepared. So, if you don't want to feel too out of place, definitely go to that website to see what type of theme it is. You don't have to spend a lot of money, but you can get creative. You can make your own costumes. But I'm telling you, these people, they come all out. There's 1 or 2 nights that it was a little windy out on deck. So the costumes were kind of, blowing everywhere. And I don't think it was comfortable for people because the less you wear, honey, the better you look. It is what it is. What's nice about it, I spoke with the demographics, and let me go back to that real quickly. So there were a lot of older gentlemen because it's going to be, people that can afford to be on this cruise because it's a little bit expensive. You have your twinks and young people, obviously, who are going to be sugar babies of these people, or daddy definitely some money. I'm just putting it out there. So they're going to be there, and then you're going to have a lot of couples. I'm saying this. I'm single. If I was in a relationship, if I was married, I ain't going no gay cruise with no my partner. Eyes off, hands off, bags off. I don't care. Teach his own. I don't judge. Lord bless him. There are a lot of couples. So it is what it is. The stories that you hear and you've heard and you think it happens, it is, you make it what you make it, baby. If you want to go on there, do you. Do you. Be safe about it. Use some brains. Don't get too drunk. So anyways, anything about it. The other things on the ship is really nice is that the food actually is, I think they know the gates. I think they know that there's going to be a percentage of people who's going to be a little bit high maintenance. So they factor that in. I was speaking to the crew. I used to work in a ship long ago. And the crew was telling me that it's one of the best groups that they have on board because people are just in a good mood. You literally, remember, most of the people, they're partying up to late. The parties don't end until the last person leaves. I'm not exaggerating. After I would get fit and then I would go, I'm eating lunch about 11 o'clock or so, late breakfast, early lunch. People are leaving the party when I'm having lunch, okay? They're leaving the party. So what's great about that is that the crew is likes this because they don't have to work as hard. A lot of people are going to have to do not disturb sign their doors for a lot of reasons. But the other reasons is too that they're coming home late from the club, and so they just want to they'll get breakfast and just go to bed, and they'll wake up to about 4 or 5 o'clock the next day. So it all depends on what you think is. The other things on the ship is kind of cool. So the food is really good. They know that this is going to be a demographic of people that are used to finer things, that like natural things, so they're going to be on point. They don't want anybody bitching and complaining. So the food was really good, and dinner was really on point. Everybody was in a good mood. It's like getting ready to go on vacation. Like when you go on vacation, for the most part, you're gonna be in a great mood, and that was the atmosphere on the ship. Everybody generally was walking on. Everybody's just saying hi, how you doing? People get very creative. They have their cards already. Everything's electronic. They make these like little business cards with all their handles and social media. What position they're doing? You know what I mean? So people get really creative and they take the guessing game out of what they want to do. The shows itself on board, I met a few of the performers that performed on the ship. Really, really nice people. What's nice about it, you have like Broadway stars and people that perform in major cities that are right there next to you, and they're so down to earth. What do you got to be worried about, right? And so the shows on board actually are really great too. So when you don't want to party, you can go see a show. The one thing I wish that the folks do in charge of the cruise would do too is have some drink packages. They know that this demographic of people are going to drink a lot, so they're going to make a lot of money off of us. You don't have to get greedy. You don't have to get greedy. You know, why not do a drink package? Okay, if you know that they're going to drink a lot, okay, then do maybe $200, $300 more for the drink package. I don't know, make it work, you know? So that's another thing too, because there was a lot of drinking on board. I think they actually ran out of some alcohol, and they bought a lot on board. So will I ever do it again? I'm not sure if I would do it again because of the fact that the price point was so expensive. And if I did it, I was in the balcony room. Thank goodness. I'm claustrophobic, so I need to have air. And so back to the shared room too. So you can ask the room steward to actually separate the bed if you want to, but my roommate was pretty cool, so we left the bed as it is, and you sleep with a complete stranger, so you have to be okay with that. But what was nice is we had complete opposite schedules. I would get up, you know, about 6, 7 o'clock, get fit, and then go get lunch, and then hang by the pool, and then maybe go out at night. I actually slept in twice during the week. It was so much going on. I just chilled in the room twice. He got up much later, and then he would party, and eat, and then party. So it worked out great. When I was gone, he was sleeping. When he was gone, I was doing my thing. Back to the room. So they could separate the beds, but we kept it ours. You know, just one queen bed. It was fine. So back to would I do it again? I'm not sure. I don't think so, because the price point that you pay for the cruise, you could probably go on 2 other vacations, or if you go to a resort somewhere else, you could pay much less and get much more. The only thing is what you're paying for is the experience. You won't have another experience where you go around a couple thousand people that are well mind thinking like you and just are there to have a good time, and you make it what you want. And that's a unique experience because you really don't get that in a resort, because you're gonna have families. Back to besides guys that are there were only, I believe, maybe 10 females on board. I think maybe 2 or 3 were couples, and the rest were just girlfriends that came with their friends. So there weren't a lot of females on board, and hopefully that would change. Maybe I think they did have their own cruise. They do have their own cruise. This ship actually had a lesbian cruise, and the cruise tell me was one. Let's don't thumbs down me or give me back. They were just saying, they said it was a real boring trip. They said compared to this, which you can imagine, they said it was a real slow, relaxed cruise, and y'all don't drink. They were just saying that. So they're saying you weren't too happy. That was the word. Don't attack me. I'm just telling you what they told me. But so if you're ever thinking about going on a gay cruise, or I've done a gay cruise, definitely share this experience and let people know that it's not as bad as they think it may be, and you make it what you want to make it. And to the folks who put these on, bring the price down a little bit. Have some drink packages, and and make it, I think, more inclusive. I mean, it's great as a gay cruise, but I think that if you made it more inclusive and said, hey, bring your good gay friends, your straight friends with you, because I think if some other people saw how much fun everybody was having, like, it's just like when your straight friends go to a gay bar, you're like, God, this is so relaxed, I don't feel pressured, it's a great time, and it should really have that same atmosphere in the ship, and maybe have more activities for folks who don't want to party all night, and have other things for them to do, and lower the price so then everybody could enjoy it. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Please share it and subscribe, and let folks know that it's better than what you think it is. Ciao.